I'm Batman, and I'm riding a T-Rex, and I've never been so happy in my entire life!
Mikey, get down.
Nah, man. I live up here now!
You know, when my high school guidance counselor said, "Describe your perfect job," not only did I say exactly what Mikey just said, but I drew it too. Oh, hello, my name is Fu Manchu! And speaking of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Batman, I recently watched the DC animated movie Batman vs. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I absolutely loved it. Now, if you've seen any of my past reviews, you probably noticed that I'm a huge fan of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Batman, and I absolutely love these comics, especially the artwork by Freddie Williams II. Oh man, Freddie, give me a call. Seriously, we could draw pictures together. Heck, you could draw me. You'd probably make me look really awesome, because look at the way he made Batman look, and the Turtles, they look so amazing. Now, speaking of the movie, I have a little figure to review, so let's go check it out, shall we? Today's review will be on the DC Collectibles Batman vs. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I wonder why it doesn't say the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. But then again, I guess that same argument could be made for the Batman. And this is a figure of Mikey as Batman. Now, I believe that's Spanish for Mikey dressed as Batman. Now, this figure is a previews exclusive San Diego Comic-Con 2019 limited to 10,000, which is a long way of saying also sold at GameStop. And when I saw it at my local GameStop, I had to have it. Check it out. Get a new version of Michelangelo and dressed as Batman to boot, and that is so cool. Now, these figures are part of a line that will be coming out soon. This is the only figure that exists right now for this line, and I was really curious what the quality and the articulation was like. I can't wait to see this figure out of the package. Now, as you can see, it's a very cartoony-looking version of Michelangelo. He's got a very silly-looking Batman cowl stretched over his head there. He's got a cloth cape. I love how his little bandana's hanging down there on the sides, and that is very, very cool indeed. And the way they painted him, too, it looks very animated, and that is very cool indeed. Now, this box is kind of bare minimum. You get the picture on the front right there, and then you get the shell on the side of the box, as you can see. And if you flip it over, not only will you find a full body shot of the figure, and check out that cloth cape, that looks so good, but you'll also see a sneak preview of the upcoming figures in this line, and man, oh man, I want them all. And to be honest with you, I really want the normal version of the Turtles, because this figure up here is very cool, but it's also very gimmicky, and he only looked like this for a few minutes in the movie. But yeah, I just wanted to get this one so that I could check out what the articulation's like and if these figures are going to be any good, because these figures here don't come out until the end of August, early September, all the way up to, I think, December. And man, I am too impatient for that. So yeah, this one's going to have to tide us over until then. So let's look at the front of the box one more time. Now, like I said, when I saw this figure at GameStop, I wanted it immediately, but it actually took me a couple of trips to GameStop before I finally committed to get one, because the price tag alone was what was keeping me from getting it. This figure cost $29.99, and I thought, for a tiny little Ninja Turtle figure, I thought that was a little too expensive, but I guess because it's a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, and the fact that it's made by DC Collectibles, and usually their toys are a little bit more expensive and stuff like that, I guess that's why it costs so much. But like I said, I wanted to get it. I did wish it was the normal version of Michelangelo. But after seeing the movie and seeing the scene that he's wearing the cowl in and stuff, I thought it was really cute. So it's kind of cool to get that. It, did put a smile on my face, like the Joker would say. And you know what? I gotta see this figure. So I say we open it! And after sliding the figures tray out of the package, all I can say is exactly what Michelangelo says while wearing the cowl in the movie.
Aww.
Cause this is one cute little Michelangelo figure. Man, oh man, I love it, and I haven't even pulled him out of the package yet. Now, speaking of the package itself is only about 9 inches tall, so that should tell you right there. Look how much space is not being used in this package. This figure is not very big at all. He's about 5.5 inches tall. Now, as turtles go, he is the shortest of all the turtles, so, it'll be better later on when we see the other turtles standing around him. But, even with those little bat cowl ears there poking up on his head, it does not make him very tall at all. Now, as you can see, he comes with an accessory over there that looks like a pizza manhole cover, which is what the turtle van was shooting in the movie. It comes with 4 extra hands and a little piece of pizza, not to mention that awesome looking bat cowl. Now, they really missed a beat with this figure. Number one, all they had to do was give you another head that you could swap it out with an uncowled head. And you would have a normal looking Michelangelo, because this expression right here with the big smiley expression is very fitting to Michelangelo. And if you look on the back of the box, the upcoming Mikey head really doesn't have much of an expression. And if you look at all the other turtles too, yeah, they kind of all have that same expression. None of their teeth is showing and stuff like that. So yeah, I do wish that they'd have come with an uncowled head, because I really do like the expression that came with this figure. Because that expression is definitely Michelangelo, and I just wish we'd have gotten another head sculpt just like this, but without the cowl. That would have been awesome. And the strangest thing is, the Raphael and the Donatello that are coming out soon, they're both going to come with alternate head sculpts. Both of them are wearing helmets, I believe. But the Leo and the Mike don't appear to be coming with alternate heads. Now, I don't know 100%. Maybe that's going to change. Maybe I just didn't see pictures of the alternate heads. But yeah, I just want one that looks like this, because I really love his expression. That would have been awesome. Now, missed beat number 2 that this figure didn't do right. Where are his nunchucks? I mean, come on. I mean, I realize he's dressed as Batman, but he didn't come with a batarang either, so what gives? But hey, whatever. I mean, this figure only cost $29.99. Jeez. But you know what? I'm not upset. I still think he looks cool, so I say we open it! So, here's Mikey dressed as Batman fresh out of the package. But if you do this, look, it's Donatello wearing a yellow bow tie. That's pretty cool. But anyways, yeah, this figure is awesome. Now, first impressions. Where his shell is, he feels very hollow. And this plastic that the figure's made out of, if you've ever owned an SH Figuarts figure, that's what this figure feels like when you pull it out of the package. And man, there's no complaining there. That is awesome. Now, if I wanted to complain about something, man, those little cowl ears are sharp. When you go to turn his head, man, you could poke yourself really easily. Now, his head doesn't have much articulation. I thought it'd be on a ball joint, but no, it just kind of swivels around. I guess maybe they didn't give him much articulation because of the cape, but then again, I'm assuming this body isn't going to be any different than the other Michelangelo figures, so maybe they just don't come with ball jointed heads. But that's okay. Now, as for the rest of the figure, just check him out. He looks incredible. I love the articulation that they gave him. This just looks so good. And speaking of looking good, look at that cape. It is so long and looks amazing, but we'll get into that in a minute. Now, I'm sure you're saying, hey, what did he come with? Well, I already told you. He came with this manhole cover right here, and if you look at it like that, you can see that it's got the pizza-colored top part of it. And if you flip it over, it just looks like a normal manhole cover, or maybe what it's like to look out of the Millennium Falcon's cockpit. I don't know. But now, when I first saw this in the package, I thought for sure it'd be a stand, but there's no pegs on it whatsoever. But that's okay, because there's no peg holes on his feet either. Now, he also came with 2 thumbs-up hands, 2 jazz hands, and a little piece of pizza. Now, looking at the figure from behind, if you're anything like me, the first thing you thought of was the Batmite, but I'm sure it's just the ears. Now, looking at the cape, you can see it's a royal blue, and it looks so amazing. And then down here, you have the little bat wing design on the cape itself at the bottom, and that is so cool. Now, there's a little crease right there from the cord that was strapping the cape down inside of the package, but I'm sure you can steam that out if you have a steamer, or maybe it'll come out over time on its own. But yeah, this cape is amazing. Especially when you see it all stretched out. I think this is the best Batman cape I've ever seen on a smaller scale action figure. And once you move the cape out of the way, you find an awesomely sculpted turtle shell, and that looks so good. And look at those huge elbow pads, man. Those things are big. Now, looking at the back of his knees, you can see he's got some double jointed knees there, and that is really awesome. Plus, he's got some swivels there at the ankles. Yeah, this figure has some really nice articulation, and I'm not kidding when I say it reminds me of an SH Figuarts figure. It just looks awesome. As for the finer details, I absolutely love how they painted his mouth. That looks so good. Plus, I love his little bandana hanging down there through the cowl. And these little black lines that they painted on in little strategic spots. You can see it there underneath where his pecs would be on the shell. He's got them on his little shoulder right there. And yeah, it's just they're hidden. There's one right there at his wrist. There's a few on his leg there, and then down here. But yeah, you can see they didn't paint details like around his toenails or anything like that. They just gave him a few little lines there to make it look like the animation from the cartoon, and that's pretty cool. I do wish they'd have painted around the M of his belt, but hey, whatever. I don't know how it was in the cartoon or the movie. I don't remember noticing if it stood out or whatever. But I do like that they put that on there on certain parts of the figure because it makes it look awesome. So, there's my sort of review for the DC Collectibles Batman vs. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mikey as Batman figure. And this figure is awesome. And honestly, if it's a precursor to the figures that are coming out in this line, man oh man, this is awesome. And I cannot wait to see the others. Yeah, if I had any negatives, it would be the fact that it didn't come with an uncowled head. But I get it. The gimmick of this figure is the fact that he's dressed as Batman. And honestly, he looks cute like that too. And two, I guess because he doesn't have his nunchucks. But really, the only biggest gripe that I would have about this figure is the fact that it was $29.99. Because, man, toys are getting expensive. What's an evil genius to do? Print more money? I guess I can get on that. So until next time, tune in for more Foo Reviews!
Foo, yeah, Troy Baker, again, calling you. Gotta pick up, call. When a call comes in, it's, I don't mind leaving messages, I don't, but love a call back. This is Troy Baker again, the guy from the games, just in case you've forgotten. So, I guess what I wanted